Hi, welcome to the hood top and grille panel tutorial. First thing to do is untrim the screen. So I've already done that. And we have two extended surfaces here. And to save confusion, what we're going to do is pick surface and make it into a template. Now, the reason for doing that is when we're in F6 and we want to pick this side, we don't have a confusion between the two extended surfaces. Okay, so in F6 then let's have a little look at what we're looking at here. We've got geometry here which is no longer helpful to us, so I'll just hide that away. Object display invisible. Okay, and there we go. Once again, you know, I'm clearing the stage to make it easier. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got. This is the hood top feature line, and this is the shut line for the hood top, and this surface here is the top of the fender. So we want to make a curve that runs down here all the way down to that point there, so it's going to encompass the hood top surfaces and the grille panel surface, all apexless surfaces and all class A single span. So where do we start? Let's take the extend tool with merge on, and we'll pick, best to go into perspective to do this, pick the square, hold down the shift key and pick the small extend there, then go back into F6, and we're going to draw that down way below that point there, which is the back of the hood, so that we can eventually build down here to create a wiper box onto the screen. So let's just pull that right down there then. So imagine a vector running down there, so we have more than enough windscreen surface to work with. Now you can here pick that with your extend tool, hold down the Control Alt keys, and you can snap and align that to that point like that. Okay, that's a start. Now we're going to position a construction point here. So we want to go into a helpful view. So let's go into a layout or windows, left perspective. Now that gives us two views. So this is our perspective view. We'll just take that up there a bit and lift that window to there and drag it down here. So there we are. We're set up now so that we can easily see what we're doing. And I'm going to put the perspective view, I'm going to put that into front. Get in nice and close so we can see what we're doing. So this is the edge of the hood line center surface, and this is the point here that we're going to build our hood to. So we're going to put a construction point there. Take a construction point and just snap it to the edge of the extend and move it in this view to line up visually with that feature line, and then come here and check it, and I think we can agree that it's not too bad. Now we're ready to build the main curve here, and you notice that I've arranged this so that it's as large as we can possibly get it within the given format window area, and the same here. Take a degree 5 single span curve, and we're going to start off by snapping it to this construction point. There. So it's control and left mouse button, and then at the other end we're going to put it, let's just get our view back, the other end we're going to put it here in line with that feature where the apron starts. The first move is to take the stretch curve tool, make sure it's on rotate the scale, and then highlight it there and move it there. We want it on that the edge of the light catcher there. Take it up there. So you see how having these two views up makes life a lot easier for us. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change it to degree 2 just for a moment. Pick CV move XYZ and just make the first rudimentary adjustments to the curve. Now convert the curve back to degree 5 single span, and with the move CV tool we're going to select all the CVs except that one. We don't need to move that, and then we move bit by bit to get it. Okay, so that's the best we can do with 6 CVs. Let's have a look at this view. We need to come back a bit. We can pick that CV as well. So try to get in the habit of moving groups of CVs rather than one CV at a time. It's just a little tip that CV should flow. You shouldn't have one CV clearly out of sync with the rest. Normally that means bad news. And in the positive curve, all the CVs should be on the same side of the curve like they are here. So back to this view, and now I need more CVs, so I can either use insert tool or put one CV in with the insert tool so you can see that in action. So object edit and insert, and just pick the point where you need the CVs and hit go. And we'll put another one in there. Go. Now if we pick the curve and we come over here, we see that we've now got a degree 5 curve with 3 spans, which is about what I would expect to need for this job. So these two bunched, so I'm going to move that CV to there, and then this CV will be the kind of main CV defining that curve there, and then this CV can move up here. CVs all work together, like a team. Don't get into the habit of trying to do everything with one CV. Okay, if you can't see, getting close. Well, one of the biggest mistakes you can make in Alias is trying to work with the view too small. You're just shooting yourself in the foot. And the line that we want is the edge of the headlamp aperture there. So let's just come into that line. That's fine. The next job is to try and get some smoothness. So we'll do that by putting on a comb. As you can see, we have beautiful G4 curvature there. We have G3 curvature here. When you have a beautiful progressive sweep of this red line, it's G3. And when you have this long progressive sweep with no obvious peak, see there's a peak here, but here there's no peak, so this is G4. It means curvature throughout this section of the curve or surface, whatever it is you're looking at. And here we're okay, we don't have any inflections. Let's get in a little bit closer. We're looking at, you know, how loyal we are to the designer's line. You see we've dropped a bit there, so just raise that a touch. We don't want to cause an inflection here, so that's got to come up, and we're committed to that point there, so we can't move that point. So that's what you should be looking at, that steady growth of the comb. Now that we're happy with the curve, we can select the curve and duplicate it. Edit, duplicate, mirror, X, Z, go, and there it is. And we'll end this video here, so I hope you found that useful. Thank you for watching, and we'll do the rest in part 2. Thank you.